None of us clearly want to think about getting into an auto accident, but if it does happen, there is a vital step in helping you be in the best place possible. Attorney Catherine Stone from Injury Florida Law is here to discuss why you need a lawyer to help guide you through the process. Catherine, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thank you.
One of the things that I have learned about you most is these processes when it comes to the legal system can be very challenging. Auto accident, workers' comp, you help people navigate it all, and it's good to have someone on your side.
Correct. And it's also about, there's so many different phases to each case.
Yeah.
There's so many different elements that have to be looked at in each case. And that's why it's so important to not only have an attorney that knows the law, but also somebody that wants to help explain each step to you. So for instance, I had a new caller this week actually, and they had just recently been involved in an auto accident, and they weren't sure if they wanted to hire an attorney. And I started just basically asking them basic questions. Have you filed a claim with your PIP insurance company? Have you notified your insurance company? Do you know what the other insurance company is saying? Are they accepting liability, or are they challenging it? Mm-hmm. How is your car going to get fixed? Do you know what your policy allows for your rental car? All of these questions, and I was just basically asking them questions, of which, like a lot of clients, they don't know the answers to. And then we got to, okay, well, you've been hurt. One of you went to the hospital. Now the other one, it's the day after the accident, is feeling a lot of strains and pains. And they were going to go to their primary health physician, which is okay. A lot of primary care physicians, however, won't treat you for an auto accident claim. I don't know why, but that's just kind of what they do. So they asked me what I suggested, and I explained, well, they can call their primary care physician, explain why they're coming in. A lot of times they may not even get an appointment. Mm-hmm. They'll get a referral out to a facility that does handle that. Also making sure and explaining to them and just answering their questions about PIP and how, PIP pays for the first $10,000 up to the first $10,000 of medical coverage, not your health insurance company. If you have workers' comp would pay, but then we can use PIP to pay back workers' comp. But essentially, the next thing is I ask the individual, do you know how much coverage the other at-fault driver has? Well, no. Well, that's one of the first things after getting yourself sorted that needs to be found out. You don't want to go incur $50,000 in medical bills if you don't have to, if there's the other person only had $10,000 in coverage.
So the thing that I really think is interesting, Catherine, and I want to stop you right there. You said how this person called with questions, and their questions just were kind of the beginning of everything to dive into.
Correct.
Right?
And so a lot of times people call, and it's okay to call and just not really even know why you're calling. You just know that you need to talk to an attorney. And, I'm not there to sell you on needing an attorney. I'm there to ask you the questions so that you know what you should be looking for. And a lot of times it can become overwhelming for individuals if they've never been through the process before.
Well, and again, just talking about how much coverage the other at-fault driver has.
And was your policy paid up through the date of the accident? Do you have uninsured motorist coverage if that other person doesn't have any insurance? If that other person only has a very small policy and you're really, really hurt and need a lot of medical care, what are the limits of coverage for both the other driver and yourself?
I'm curious, what is the difference between it, and maybe people at home are watching and they think, well, I'm just going to have my insurance person kind of handle a lot of these questions. Where is it that you come in and why you offer a different kind of expertise to help people when it comes to auto accidents?
And that is true. A lot of adjusters are very good in answering questions. Mm-hmm. They may not fully explain to a person or ask the questions about the medical aspect of it.
Okay.
Because remember, they're an insurance company.
Yeah.
Even though they're obligated to pay for certain things,
mm-hmm.
isn't every insurance company's, they want to conserve as much money as they can.
And at the end of the day, they're looking from
Correct.
The company that they represent. And that's where Catherine can look out for you. All you have to do is give her a call, visit her website. Again, Injury Florida Law Firm. Catherine Stone, thank you for joining us today and tackling this one.